Beneath his stormy surface flowed the warm tide of compassion and kindness.
HVL.
Going on out here?
Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Green Sally up, a green Sally down. Last done start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan.
Hey, what's up, softball fans, and welcome into, what is it called again? What in the HVL, where we will cover just the teams that want to be featured on this show here in our favorite conference. I'm your host, Adam Peterson, and I cannot believe I am saying this, but we've finished the regular season for our Hiawatha Valley League. I guess time flies when you're having fun, and watching these ladies play softball, the definition of fun. Go to the dictionary. It's in there. It's been incredible. We had a huge game to decide the HVL champion this week, plus a lot of other matchups where some players absolutely balled out, baby. Can't wait to tell you about them. Before we get to that, you know I love gifts, you know I love gifts. And my old saying is, if it's free, it's for me. I'll take three, baby. Stewartville played Goodhue on Tuesday, and my man, Coach Christensen, came bearing gifts. He said I needed to replace the Yankees hat, huh? I don't know, but it was a gift, huh? How about this? Huh? Can you see it, baby? A Wildcats hat. Now I'm representing Byron, because our friends in Byron made us this shirt. I don't know if you can see that or not. And now we got a Wildcats hat, baby, huh? That's unbelievable. How about that? What a guy. Appreciate you, Coach Scott. Gonna have to start attending more Goodhue games to get full use out of this hat right here. Or if maybe I see my girls ACLC playing in the same summer softball tournaments as us, need to pack it up, huh? Put it in the bag. And then when I watch their games, I'll put it on and say, let's go. Let's go. Next, I think I need to get me some sunglasses like Coach Scott. Have you seen the sunglasses he has on, those blenders? They need to start calling him Coach Prime instead of Coach Scott. But thank you to Goodhue for the hat. Unbelievable. Also, before we get too far, if you're wondering why this What in the HVL shirt might look a little tight, a little snug today, it's because I just got back from our girl Shayla Shavas's graduation party, and let me tell you, the food there, as the kids say, it was bus, huh? Walking tacos, scotcheroos, cookies, but then right there on the table, it was like Shayla knew I was coming in and said, you know what? We're going to put one of Adam's all-time favorite candies right there in some little buckets on the table. Mambas, baby! So damn good they were. I had too many. I may need an insulin shot or something. I mean, my pancreas is hating me right now. Hating me. Club Shay Shay, though, never disappoints. So thank you to Shavastas for inviting us. Amazing event, celebrating an amazing young lady with the best nails. The best nails in Tiger Nation. You got to see them. They're incredible. My girl Shay Shay, gonna miss her. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Tiger Nation and Beyond at gmail.com. It will be your last chance to send any pictures, highlight videos, or anything my way for the end of the year video in our season finale of With Softball. Send them here. This email is the easiest way. Tiger Nation and Beyond at gmail.com. You can also probably DM them to me on Instagram. I think that works. I'll try to get as many in there as I can. You know, I try to get each team represented, as many girls as I can. Appreciate all of those that have sent pictures throughout the season. Let's get to the games. Monday, busy day. Busy day in the HVL. 8 of our 9 teams were in action. Pine Island taking the week off, I believe, just resting up all those studs there on the island. I think their regular season was the first in our group to wrap up, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they gotta be. They gotta be, because everybody else is in action. First game to talk about. We're not going to make you wait any longer than you have to. The biggest HVL game of the, well, for sure it's the biggest game of the week, but It's probably the biggest game of the entire season. It was happening in Castle Vanderbilt, and this game right here was going to decide the conference title. If Byron wins, the Bears win the HVL title outright. If the Comets win, the HVL title is going to be split again in 2025 like it was last year. Comets and Bears would each get a share of the championship. It would be two electric junior pitchers on the mound. Tally Barons of Byron, Emily Olsen of Castle Vanderbilt. It was no runs and no hits through the first 2 innings of play. In the top of the third, Ella Brennan gets on from a misplayed fly ball to lead off the inning. Tally Barron steps up and crushes one to center field. An RBI triple. Bears up 1-0. Hattie Mathery follows it up with a sacrifice bunt out at first, but does her job, and the Bears are up now 2-0. It would stay that way until the bottom of the fourth when the Comets struck back. Kylie Meyer singles to the left side. Allie Grunke then lays down a sac bunt to move Meyer over. Emily Olsen would single to right field, and Meyer would score, making it 2-1 Byron after 4 innings. In the top of the sixth, Byron would net a run on a pass ball, so 3-1 Byron going into the bottom of the sixth. With 1 out, Allie Grunke would single. Then Emily Olsen doubles to center field. Grunke on her white horse again, baby, coming around to score. A couple batters later, Olsen would score on a wild pitch, and we are all tied up at 3 after 6 innings. No scoring in the 7th, so we would move to extra innings to solve this one, baby. Top of the 8th. Bad Cadence Firstad leads off the inning with a triple. Max Steele lays down a bunt. Firstad scores, giving Byron the lead back. Sydney Portner would help the Bears add another run with an RBI single to right field, scoring Clark. Now 5-3 Bears with the Comets down to their potential final 3 outs if you think about it. Grunke would reach base on an error, intentional walk handed to Emily Olsen, so tying run on base. Ground out moves the runners over 1 base each, now 2 outs. Grace Mann comes up with a big time. She came up big time with this hit, a single to the left side, 2-run score, and it is 5-5, and not even 8 innings would be enough for this game. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 9th as Emily Olsen was still dealing on the mound for Cass Vanderbilt. In the bottom of the 9th, Cara Farnsworth hits with a huge hit to center field, ends up on second base. Lauren Goodhue would lay down a bunt, moves Farnsworth over to third now with 2 outs. 2 outs. Kylie Meyer walks after battling a few foul. I think she fouled off a few of them, maybe even into a full count. And the first pitch of Allie Grunke's at bat is wild to the backstop. Farnsworth coming in to score, and Casson Manorville wins this one in dramatic fashion. 6-5 was the final score in extra innings. What a game! What a game to decide the HVL title. Unbelievable. Here's the headlines here. KM Byron share 2025 HVL title after Comets win 9-inning thriller. This is the new one. I thought it was going to be Byron Stewartville. I think this one right here might have topped it. New with game of the year does not disappoint. So congratulations to Cassie Manorville and Byron, your 2025 HVL conference champs. Here's the box score here. Byron, 5 runs on 4 hits, 3 errors. Cassie Manorville, 6 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. Emily Olsen, she got the win on the mound, went the whole 9 innings. 9 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 9 strikeouts. She was also 2 for 3 at the plate, a double, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Grace Mann with the huge 2 RBI single that you heard about. Allie Grunke, 1 for 3 with a couple big runs scored. Kylie Meyer and Cara Farnsworth, 1 for 4. Farnsworth getting that 9th inning rally led off. Great for her. Cadence Firstad, 1 for 3 with a triple, run scored. Tally Barons, 1 for 4 with a triple RBI and a run scored. Sydney Portner, 1 for 4 RBI. Ella Brennan, 1 for 4 with a run scored. And Max Steele with an RBI. That moves us into Cannon Falls taking on Tri-City United. This one was on the road at Tri-City United. The Titans got up early with 3 runs in the first and 1 run in the third to take a 4-0 lead. Cannon Falls started their comeback in the 5th. 3 straight singles by Ritz, Rustad, and Pagel brought across 2 runs. Heading into the 7th, Bombers now down 5-2. One last-ditch effort to extend this game. Ritz reaches base on an air. Singles by Rustad and Templin load the bases with 1 out. Narrison grounds to shortstop, who tries to throw home. Ritz beats the throw. It's now 5-3. Gomes grounds out to shortstop, who flips it to third for the 2nd out of the inning, but another run comes across. A fly ball would end it, though. Bombers fall to Tri-City United. 5-4 is the final, but what an effort by Coach Templin's squad to make a run there late to try to extend this game or even win it. Cannon Falls, you saw the 2 runs in the 7th inning. They just needed 1 more. They finished with 4 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors. Tri-City United, 5 runs on 7 hits and 6 errors. What do we got for stats? Avery Rustad, 2 for 4. Anna Ritz, 1 for 4. 2 runs scored. Allie Pagel, 1 for 4 with an RBI. Sophia Narrison, an RBI. Josie Showquist, Templin, and Myers had 1 hit each. Next up, it's going to be Goodhue. Wildcats coming off a complete demolition of two teams on Saturday. They beat Hayfield 10-4. Aubrey Christensen went 3 for 3 with 2 triples, 3 runs scored and 2 RBIs. Kendra Rader had a triple as well, went 2 for 4, 2 RBIs and 2 runs. Emma Voth was 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and the win on the mound. They also smashed Rushford Peterson. I said they got 2 wins. It was 18-2 against Rushford Peterson. Emma Voth had herself a day, going 3 for 4 with 3 triples, 4 RBIs and a run scored. Another win on the mound for the senior pitcher. So with 2 wins in his pocket, Coach Christensen packed up the girls, headed over to Spring Grove looking for win number 3. Let's try to make this a win streak. Like a good zookeeper, Emma Voth was sitting Lions down left and right, hanging zeros. Goodhue's runs were coming in consistently. In the top of the 3rd, RBI double by Aubrey Christensen. Another 2 runs in the top of the 4th on a Sierra Kallstrom ground ball. Top of 5th, Emma Voth with an RBI double to right field. Lola Christensen RBI in single in the top of the 6th. Add that all up, and we got a winning streak going on in Goodhue, baby. What in the HVL, Coach Scott? Let's go Wildcats, huh? Let's go. 3 in a row. Incredible. We got the headlines here. Voth valuable player, baby. Emma Voth dominant in Goodhue's 3-game win streak. You see her getting the award here. VVP, Voth valuable player. Love it. Anyway, the box score, 6 runs for Goodhue on 4 hits, 3 errors. Spring Grove, 0 runs on 3 hits, no errors. Emma Voth, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 0 runs, 13! Baker's dozen there for Voth. 13 strikeouts, 1 for 3 on the mound, a double RBI scored. AC, 1 for 3, a double RBI, and 3 runs scored. Lola Christensen, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Sierra Kallstrom, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Now we move on to my squad, baby. I don't have any gear. You know, wearing Byron here and Wildcats here, I don't know if Tiger Nation's going to accept me back. I'm getting a little bit nervous. But you know I don't give a piss about nothing but my Tigers, baby. And this is who we're talking about now. Stewartville taking on Red Wing Stewartville. I mean, the Tigers came out of the gate absolutely scorching the ball. 2 straight walks by Lourdes and Learman. Then Brooklyn Peterson puts one to the fence, scoring both girls with a 2 RBI double. Sydney Clark hits the same exact ball to the left center fence, trading places with Brooklyn. Now 3-0 before an out was even recorded. Cora Johnson with an RBI single up the middle makes it 4-0 after 1 Stewartville. Clark was pitching and she was running through the Red Wing lineup. It was incredible. 1 hitter with 17 strikeouts for Clark. Wow! She was just as good at the plate, though. Listen to this. You're not going to believe it. Not going to believe it. Video game numbers for Clark. Clark was 4 for 5 with 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and 7. I had to make sure I put up the right number. 7 RBIs for Clark. What? Brooklyn Peterson, she went 3 for 4 with 3 doubles. 3 doubles, and Kaylee Learman was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Add that up, and that means our 2 through 4 hitters. So Learman, Peterson, Clark, our 2 through 4 hitters went a combined 9 for 13, 2 home runs, 5 doubles, 10 RBIs, and 7 runs scored. That's just ridiculous. I gotta imagine Coach Peterson is smiling, and it's not because of the guy she married. It's because of the performance that was put on there in Red Wing. Here are the headlines here. Clark, like a hot knife through butter versus Red Wing. Learman and Peterson proved to be top-notch sous chefs. That's our 2, 3, and 4 hitters right there, just working it up in the kitchen. That butter doesn't stand a chance. Hot knife through butter. Incredible. Here's the box score for you. Stewartville, 14 runs. 14 on 15 hits, 1 error. Red Wing, 0 runs on 1 hit, 4 errors. Sydney Clark. This picture, by the way, Missy Clark, just the best photographer in Tiger Nation. This one hanging in the Louvre, right? Sydney Clark, 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 runs, 17 strikeouts. You heard me say 4 for 5, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 7 RBIs. Also, congratulations. Sydney was sitting on 399 coming into this game. She got number 400. She's only a junior. We're going to keep stacking those Ks up. Imagine if I had to say that, all 400 Ks. It would take me forever. Not going to do it, but congratulations to Sydney Clark. Brooklyn Peterson had an outstanding day, just hitting the piss out of the ball. 3 for 4 with 3 doubles, 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Our shortstop, the freshman. Kaylee Learman. Look at this picture again. Missy, you're too good. Kaylee Learman, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, RBI. It's so important at catching too. Do people know she's calling the game? 17 strikeouts, 1 hitter? I mean, give some credit to Kaylee Learman there. Not easy to catch the fireballs of Sydney Clark. Let me tell you, Johanna Cahoon, 2 for 4 with a double, 2 RBIs, run scored. Got to sit next to the Cahoons at the Shabasta graduation party. And the Clarks, what great company. Their daughters are pretty darn good at softball too, let me tell you. Haley Lourdes, 1 for 4, 2 runs scored. Sydney Hedin, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Cora Johnson, 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. She has been fantastic. A huge addition for us at third base for Stewartville. Shayla Shavasta, 1 for 4 with a run scored. Club Shay, baby. Now we move on. Lake City traveled to Zumbrota, Mazeppa for a back-and-forth affair in this HVL matchup. Cougars scored 2 in the bottom of the second, highlighted by a Claire Whelan home run. Tigers fight back in the top of the third. Riley Theron smokes a double to left field. That scores 3, and Lake City leads by 1. Addie Lifford and Paisley Peterson each hit doubles in the bottom of the third to tie the game back up at 3. And Alana Schmidt's RBI single puts the Tigers back up in the top of the fourth. Cougars would take a 5-4 lead in the bottom of the fifth after Emma Bach hits a 2-run home run to center field. ZM would add another 2 insurance runs in the bottom of the sixth to make it 7-4. Kaylee Mann leads off the 7th inning with a solo shot to center field, but ZM is able to slam the door here. Cougars win this one 7-5. Your box score: Lake City 5 runs on 9 hits, 4 errors. ZM 7 runs on 7 hits, 0 errors. For Lake City, Riley Theron 2 for 3 with a double, 3 RBIs. My girl Alana Schmidt's gonna get a lot of time with the Schmitz family this summer. Can't wait. BSC, baby. BSC. Big Sticks energy. 2 for 3 RBI run scored. Kylie Mann 1 for 3 home run, 2 runs scored. How many home runs does Kylie Mann hit this year? Can somebody send that to me? I don't have the stats. Can somebody? Is it 100? Is it 200? I mean, it seems like every time I talk about Kylie Mann, she's hitting another home run. Rumley, Skift, and Benedict 1 hit each. Dover-Eyota was hosting Rochester Lourdes Eagles on Monday. No score through 2, but the floodgates open for Dover-Eyota in the bottom of the 5th. A walk and air combined with 4 straight Dover-Eyota hits by singles by Bannon and Howlett. And then doubles by Erke and Nora Hansen. That would bring across 5. Eagles would get a run lured in the top of the 6th. Allie Restovich would rip a triple to right field. Grace Boyson would bring her in, and it was 5-1 Dover-Eyota going into the bottom of the 6th. They would take, the Eagles of Dover-Eyota would tack on some more runs. 4 in total with a couple huge doubles by Olivia Bannett and Miranda Palmy. And Foster was outstanding on the mound once again. Efficient as heck. What did she have somewhere to get? 62 pitches, it says, in only 7 innings, 5 hits. Allowed 3 strikeouts. Dover-Eyota moves to 14-4 on the season, while Lourdes drops to 7-11. What a game by Dover-Eyota. Let's see the headlines here. Olivia's bat so hot, league plans to ban it. Sophomore goes 4 for 4 to help Dover-Eyota extend win streak to 6. Speaking of which, I want to apologize to Olivia. I've been spelling it IA at the end, and it is EA. Oh, terrible move by me. Do your research, Adam. I apologize for that. What do we got for a box score here? There it is. Lourdes, 1 run on 5 hits, 2 errors. Dover-Eyota, 9 runs on 12 hits, a dozen, 0 errors. Aubrey Foster got the win on the mound, 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run, 3 Ks, so great defense behind her. I know as a daughter for a shortstop, we love ground ball pitchers. Love ground ball pitchers like Alana Schmitz and Aubrey Foster. Love it. Those are wins for pitchers, let me tell you. Olivia Bannett, you saw 4 for 4 with a double, 2 runs scored, RBI. Miranda Palmy, the outstanding catcher, 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. Kylie Howlett, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and RBI. Jay Nurkey, 2 for 4 with a double, 3 RBIs, a run scored. And my girl Marge, baby, fire up the cannons, Marge, make them walk the plank. 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. A lot of BSE going on at that game too. Aubrey and Nora. For the Lourdes Eagles, Anna Winicky 1 for 3 with a double. Allie Restovich 1 for 3 with a triple and a run scored. Grace Carney 1 for 3. Amelie Dolman 1 for 3. I think it's Taylor Sealhammer. Why did I not put her first name in there? 1 for 3. Grace Boyson had an RBI. Then we move on to Tuesday, May 13th. 3 games, I believe. Yeah, Cannon Falls, Lourdes, Lake City, Dover-Eyota, Goodhue, Stewartville. Let's start out. Cannon Falls taking on the Lourdes Eagles in Rochester. Bombers score 5 in the second, punctuated by Josie Shoquist. 3-run home run in the middle of a run of 5 singles by Meyer, Narrison, Ritz, Mengi, and Rustad. Bombers would put up 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and Allie Pagel, almost unhittable, lost her no-hitter with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th, just 1 out away. So close, Allie, so close. But got the last Eagle to strike out to end this one early. Bombers take it 10-0 after a big day by Josie Shoquist. And like I said, Pagel was dominant in the circle, only facing 16 batters through 5 innings. Here's the headlines. Josie puts on a show for Cannon Falls. Bomber third baseman goes 4 for 4 with home run in rout of Lourdes. Box score, Cannon Falls 10 runs on 16 hits, 0 errors. Lourdes, no runs on 1 hit, 2 errors. For Cannon Falls, Allie Pagel, what a game for her. 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 runs, 6 strikeouts. Josie Showquist, 4 for 4 with a home run, 2 double, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Anna Ritz, 3 for 4 with an RBI, run scored. Avery Roostad, 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Mengi, Pagel, Templin, Myers, Narrison, Gomes, all 1 hit each. It's like everybody on the roster got a hit that day. Avery Wasniewski was the lone Eagle from Lourdes to get a hit against Pagel. Next up, we got Lake City traveling over to Dover-Eyota to take on the Eagles, who are on that 6-game win streak, looking to extend it to 7. The Tigers trying to snap a 4-game skid in their final, was it their final? I don't think it was their second to last game. I think they played PEM today, if I'm not mistaken. But one of their final games of the regular season, at least in the final week. This game was almost 2 games in 1. It took 10 innings to figure out who deserved the win in this game. Eagles drop a 5 spot in the bottom of the 4th. Single by Norhansen, doubles by Draper and Foster, then singles by Bannon and Howlett. Then Palmy puts 1 to right field. All in all, that's how they got 5, and they led it after 4. 5-2 was the score. Lake City makes a ridiculous comeback in the 7th, down 7-2 at this point. Lothar reaches base. Kylie Mann stays hot, puts 1 out, a 2-run bomb, now chasing 3. Rumley hits a ground ball, reaches on an air. Reckman single, Tatum shaky, hit by pitch. That loads the bases for Maddie Skifton, who hits a hard grounder that brings in 2 runs, and then Alana Schmitz hits a grounder up the middle. Close play at first, called safe. Lake City comes back to tie it up at 7, but then catcher Miranda Palmy says enough of that. She backpicks the runner at third base to end the threat, and we will move to extra innings. Top of 8, Kylie Mann ropes a double, then scores on a Riley Theron single. Tigers up 1. Bottom half of the 8th, Aubrey Foster reaches on an air. Olivia Bannett with a single to center. 2 on with 1 out. Kylie Howlett grounds out but does her job as Foster scores, and we still aren't done. A scoreless 9th now moves us into the final inning played. Bottom of the 10th, Howlett reaches base on an air. Palmby walks. Howlett now on 3rd with no outs. And then my girl Addie Hansen, who had an incredible day on Saturday. I think she went 4 for 4. Had an outstanding day. Comes up clutch. Comes up absolutely clutch like a UPS driver. She delivers for the Eagles. A single to right field. Howlett scores, and Dover-Eyota with another walk-off win. 9-8 is the final. And just like that, Dover-Eyota on a 7-game win streak, which ironically is the same number of t-shirts that Adam Hansen sweats through in a weekend of softball games with the sticks. That's 7. I love his line. Does anybody smell some bacon frying? Great. Can't wait to hang out with those guys again. Either way, his older daughter gets the job done in the 10th. Great job to Addie. I feel like some ice cream might be coming my way, girl. Big shout out, Addie Hansen. Great job. Dover-Eyota wins this one. Barn burner in Dover-Eyota goes to the Eagles in 10. Lake City and Dover-Eyota combined for 29 hits and 17 runs in extra innings. Nail biter. Be careful. Luckily, Adam Hansen, I believe he volunteers for the fire department, so he would know how to put that barn burner out right there. The box score, Lake City 8 runs on 15 hits, 3 errors, so they out-hit Dover-Eyota. Dover-Eyota, though, scored when it mattered. 9 runs, 14 hits, 6 errors. Kylie Howlett, 4 for 6, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Olivia Bannett, 3 for 6, 2 runs scored, an RBI. Nora Hansen, there's another one of those Hansen girls. They're both good. 3 for 5 with a double run scored. Foster, Palmby, Addie Hansen, Draper, 1 hit each and 1 RBI each. Great job by the Dover-Eyota Eagles. Kylie Mann, just ultra impressive. I don't know what else to say about her. Ultra impressive. I'm running out of adjectives to describe this girl. 4 for 5 with a home run, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Alana Schmitz, great freshman season for Schmitz. Hitting the Schmitz out of the ball, Alana is. 3 for 5 RBI, run scored. Riley Theron, 2 for 6 with an RBI. Cora Reckman, 2 for 3 with a run scored. Maddie Skifton, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Next up, last game from Tuesday night. This one was in Tiger Nation. I was not wearing this hat, I'll tell you that much. Griffey and I arrived at this game, and to be honest with you, tried not to make any eye contact with anybody on the way in, so our allergies didn't start acting up, if you know what I mean, because it was senior night in Stewartville, and this is such a fantastic group of ladies that we've been around for several years now, and some great families too, let me tell you. What I will remember most about this group of seniors is that last year as juniors, a few of these girls went out of their way and took my 8th grade daughter under their wings, treated her with kindness and respect, when some others were, let's just say, maybe not the nicest. You know, this group of girls cheered Brooklyn on with her success. They picked her up when she had a rough game. Girls like Kaylee Lehrman, Addie Ackerman, Haley Lourdes. I talked about Shayla Shavasta. They mean a great deal more to our family than just what they produce for this program on the field, but how they treated a young player that was brought up to just try to help the team win games. These girls will definitely be the ones I point to when my daughters are older. Just a reminder of how you treat young players on a team. We're going to miss them tons when this crazy ride comes to an end. I will tell you that much. Stewartville, though, get to the game. They were taking on Goodhue. Emma Voth on the mound for the Wildcats. Softball silent assassin on the mound for Stewartville. Possibly one of the last times we'll see her, at least in Tiger Nation, as sections will be played in Austin, as you know. Scoreless in the first inning, but Tigers score one in the bottom of the second, and in the third, they really started to hit their stride. Single by Lourdes, double by Lehrman, which I have to say, the ball that Kaylee Lehrman hit to left field down the line may have been one of the hardest hit balls I've seen this season. If you weren't there, you wouldn't believe it. Absolutely hit the piss out of it. Let me tell you, all the way down the left field line, Lourdes scores. Peterson reaches base on an infield grounder, so 2 on. Hadeen grounds into a fielder's choice. Throw goes over the head of the third baseman. Lehrman would score. Addie Eckerman helps her own cause, drops one into left field for an RBI single. That scores Peterson. With 2 outs and 2 on, another senior of ours, Shayla Shavasta, steps up, baby. Shayla Shavasta comes up. 2 outs, 2 girls on. What are we going to do? Club Shay Shay is popping, baby. Rips a 2 RBI single to center field, putting Stewartville up 6-0. In the bottom of the fourth, walks to Lehrman and Peterson put 2 on. Clark continues her incredible season of RBIs with an RBI single. I believe number 29 for her. Don't quote me on that. Then Sydney Hadeen steps on one. Double to the fence. Peterson and Clark both score. Ackerman would walk. Then Cora Johnson smokes one to center field. She has been just such a blessing for this team this season. Hadeen would score. Tigers up 10-0. Lourdes would follow up with an RBI single. And then the silent assassin was doing her thing on the mound with no regard for Goodhue's feelings, putting Wildcats down left and right. No runs allowed. And 11 of the 15 outs were by punch outs, baby, by one of the best left-handed pitchers to ever come through Stewartville, as this one ends early in the 5th. 11-0 was the final score. Hey, Addie Eckerman, I'm talking to, softball silent assassin. How many hits did you even give up this entire game? How many did you give up? Just 2? That's all you get? Just 2 of them, Addie? I mean, let's go. What a game for these 2 seniors here. Like I said, Kaylee Lehrman's calling the game. Addie Eckerman's just boop, 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 just feeding them. Unbelievable game for the softball silent assassin here in Tiger Nation. Headline, Stewartville seniors show up and show out. Lourdes, Eckerman, Lehrman, and Shavasta carry on senior night, and boy did they. It was fun to watch. Goodhue, no runs on 2 hits, 3 errors. Stewartville, 11 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Addie Eckerman, fantastic. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 11 strikeouts. No walks, baby. You love to see that stat line. 1 for 1 with an RBI, a run scored, and a sac bunt. I put that in there because I don't know if anybody has sacrificed for this team as much as Addie Eckerman in terms of, switching from outfield to us needing her to play first base, coming in as that, not a number 2 pitcher, because she's an ace. It's our second ace pitcher coming in and taking on these games. She's just been incredible. Love to watch her compete. Love her demeanor on the mound, too. You never know what's going on. She is the silent assassin, and it was great to see her pitch one more time there in Tiger Nation. Haley Lourdes, 2 for 4 with an RBI, run scored. Not just one of the best triple jumpers in the state, one of the best outfielders as well. It's been fun watching her. Kaylee Lehrman, like I said, tattooed that ball to left field. 1 for 2 with a double RBI, 2 runs scored. Shayla Shavasta, Club Shay Shay, baby, 1 for 3 with those 2 RBIs. Came up clutch with 2 outs. We needed a hit, and she delivered. Sydney Clark, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Sydney Hadeen, 2 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Cora Johnson, 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. For Goodhue, AC laid down a beautiful bunt. One of probably the fastest girl in the entire conference. Probably not getting her at first base. She was 1 for 2. Jenna Nelson was the one that broke up the no-hitter earlier in the game. She was also 1 for 2. Wednesday, May 14th, just 2 games being played on the 14th. Let's start out in Goodhue. The Wildcats taking on Mabel-Canton. Goodhue found itself down 2-0 after 4 innings. It stayed that way until the bottom of the 7th. Last at bat for the Wildcats. Emma Voth leads off and reaches base on an infield there. Courtesy runner in for Voth. That runner would move around to third on a wild pitch and then be brought in to score on a single by pinch hitter Maddie Wachholz. Georgia Wagner into pinch hit. Mandelko in to run for Wachholz. Mendelko steals second and then takes third third on a single by Wagner. Goodhue tries a safety squeeze, but Mabel-Canton is able to get the out at home. Wagner, though, moves over to third with 2 outs. Kallstrom would steal second. Wagner would score on an error by the catcher. So we got a 2-2 ball game headed to the 8th inning. Mabel-Canton scores 1 in the top half of the inning, and Goodhue is unable to bring a run across in the bottom half of the 8th. So our Wildcats from the HVL lose this one. No, I'm wearing the hat for good luck. Why does it not help? Wildcats lose this one. 3-2 was the final score. Box score: Mabel-Canton 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. Goodhue 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. Lola Christensen 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. Maddie Wachholtz 1 for 1 with an RBI. George Wagner 1 for 1 with a run scored. Emma Vo 7 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts. She was averaging 2 an inning. That's unbelievable. Aubrey Christensen came in, slammed the door. 1 inning pitch, 0 hits, 0 runs, 3 strikeouts. Can you do much better? I don't think so. Incredible. Now we got the second game here. The other game, it was Wednesday night. Cassamanoville traveling to Chatfield to take on the Gophers. Chatfield was able to take the lead in the bottom of the third with 4 runs, but Casson answered back right away in the top of the fourth. Emily Olsen led off with a double. Grace Mann would hit a ground ball to score, Olsen getting the Comets their first run. Grace Rattler and Carr Farnsworth followed up with back-to-back singles. Harwood would load the bases as she reached on an infield error. Bases juiced, and Jenai Sandstrom has an infield single scoring Rattler. Kylie Meyer is hit by a pitch with bases loaded. That counts as an RBI, so now it was up. Now it was 4-3 Chatfield. Unfortunately, the Gophers put up another 3 runs in the bottom half of that inning, and the score stayed that way throughout. Final is 7-3 in favor of Chatfield. Cassamanoville 3 runs on 9 hits, 4 errors. Chatfield 7 runs on 12 hits and 3 errors. Emily Olsen 2 for 4 with a double and a run scored. Carr Farnsworth 2 for 3 with a run scored. Kylie Meyer 1 for 2 with an RBI. Jenai Sandstrom 1 for 3 with an RBI. Alex Hyatt 1 for 4. Grace Rattler 1 for 4 with a run scored. Thursday, just one game, and it's Chatfield again, except now it was Lake City and Chatfield. It was scary how good Lake City came out this game. Bottom of first, Alana Schmidt smokes a double to left. Then Kylie Mann steps on one. A home run to center field, and Tigers lead it 2-1. In the bottom of the third, Ella Rumley drives in 2 runs with a single to left field, eventually scoring herself during Reckman's at bat. Now it's 5-2 Lake City after 3. A 4 spot in the bottom of the fourth for the Tigers. Alana Schmitz with a single. Lothar hit by pitch, so 2 on with 1 out. Kylie Mann singles on a line drive to center field. Schmitz scores. Riley Theron then singles up the middle. Lothar scores. Rumley would hit a sac fly. Mann scores. Then Skifton with the single scoring Theron. Everything going right through 4 innings for Lake City, up 9-2 at this point. Unfortunately, Chatfield clapped back in the top of the 5th, scoring 6 to bring them within 1, and then they took the lead for good in the 6th. Chatfield ends up winning with a huge comeback. Final score 11-9. Sorry, I should have been talking about that while I had the slide. Here's the box score. Chatfield 11 runs on 13 hits, 1 error. Lake City 9 runs on 11 hits, 6 errors. So just big 5th and 6th inning there for Chatfield to win this one. Maddie Skifton 3 for 4 with an RBI. Kylie Mann 2 for 3 with a home run. It's like a broken record. Just keep saying it. I might as well just copy and paste. 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Alana Schmitz 2 for 4 with a double, 2 runs scored. Riley Theron 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Then we move on to Friday. Friday, the final day of the regular season. I thought it was. There might be some games today. I don't know if they got postponed or I didn't see it on the schedule. Either way, this is the last day that we'll cover. Plenty busy up until the very last day, I guess. First, we're going to talk about Cannon Falls traveling to Winona, Cotter. And boy, did they travel in style. Let me show you here. Big shout out to my Bomber girls for taking this pick. For all of us on this nice coach bus, those seats look way more comfortable than the ones on the yellow school bus. Let me tell you, so cool. So appreciate those girls for sending this to me so that we can put it up there and say, hey, we love our Bombers, especially in these non-conference games, so you know who we're cheering for. To the game here. Cannon Falls scored 1 in the top of the first on an Avery Roosted RBI double. Top of 3 now, Maya Mengi singles. Josie Shoquist reaches on an error. 2 on with 1 out. Anna Ritz double. Now 3-0 Bombers. Another run on an Ali Pago pop fly to center. Cannon Falls up 4-0 after 3 innings. Cotter has an incredible run with 6 in the bottom of the 4th. Ramblers now lead it 6-4. Top of the 5th, my girl Maya Mengi leads the inning off with a double. Shoquist hit by a pitch. Anna Ritz RBI single to center field. Now Bombers only down 1. Cotter would bump that lead back up to 2 with a score in the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-5 Ramblers. We've seen the magic from the Cannon Falls lineup before. I mean, pulling rabbits out of their hats, but this is taking it to new levels. 2 outs to start the inning, but how about this? Josie Shoquist and Anna Ritz each reach base with a single, so the tying run is now on. Then Avery Roosted steps up to the plate. She steps up to the plate, Roosted does. It comes up huge for the Bombers. A 3-run bomb to left field puts Cannon Falls in front 8-7. Are you kidding me, Avery? Unbelievable. Emma Templin slams the door on Cotter in the 7th by Coach Templin's bomb squad. Big win. Big win by Coach Templin's bomb squad. Unbelievable. Cannon Falls ends their regular season at 15-5. A fantastic year for this team, and I knew they were going to be great. I tried to tell you in the preseason preview, Cannon Falls is going to be a team to watch. And they made me look smart, which is not easy to do, let me tell you. Headlines for this game. Rustad provides fireworks for Bombers in the 7th. Avery's 3-run home run is grand finale. And Cannon Falls, big win. Awesome to see her healthy and doing well. Cannon Falls, 8 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors. Cotter, 7 runs on 9 hits, 6 errors. Next, Avery Rustad, 2 for 4 with a home run, double, 4 RBIs. We had Anna Ritz, 3 for 4 with a double, 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Maya Mengi, 2 for 4 with a double, 2 runs scored. And Josie Shoquist, 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Next up, Southland was in town to play Goodhue Friday, and the Rebels scored 10 through the first 3 innings, and the Wildcats just couldn't keep up with the pace, unfortunately. Lola Christensen had an RBI double in the first scoring. What is it? Do we know? Is it Big Sis or Little Sis? Do we know if Lola or Aubrey was born first, or do you go just based on height? Because then Aubrey would be Big Sis. But what if Lola was born first? Then is she Big Sis? I don't know. We're going to need some clarification, Coach Scott. Which one of the girls was born first? And my guess is you're going to have to ask your wife, because usually the moms know all that stuff. I don't know if the dads do or not. Either way, then so I digress. I apologize. Lola would score on a Kendra Rader grounder to get 2 runs in the inning. In the 4th inning, Aubrey Christensen with a 2 RBI single to center field. But Goodhue still chasing 6 at this point. Southland would score 3 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, and heartbreak for our HVL squad. Southland wins it 16-4 was the final score. Here's your box score. Southland 16 runs on 9 hits, 0 errors. Goodhue 4 runs on 5 hits, 7 errors though committed in the field. Lola Christensen 2 for 4, double RBI run scored. Aubrey Christensen 1 for 3, 2 RBIs run scored. Kendra Rader 1 for 4 with an RBI. Hazel Volkman 1 for 3. Next up, Lourdes Lewiston-Altura. So Eagles versus Cardinals. If I tried to run this game down, I would have you guys watching for another hour. Eagles bats were screaming. And for all of you out there, that's an old TV show called Coach reference there for any of you that may have watched it. The Screaming Eagles? Anybody? Minnesota State Screaming Eagles? Nothing? Anyway, Lourdes had 15 hits in this game, scored 2 runs in the first, 5 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 4 in the 5th, 5 in the 6th. And this one had runs galore. 31 runs total scored in this game, but it was Lourdes that won it. 20-11 was the final score. Here's your headlines. Eagles drop a 20 spot on Lewiston-Altura. Rowley and Wisniewski combined for 9 RBIs in the win. Here's your box score. Lourdes 20 runs on 15 hits, 3 errors. Lewiston-Altura 11 runs, 8 hits, 8 errors. Wow, 8 errors. Reagan Rowley 3 for 3 with a double, 4 RBIs. Grace Carney 3 for 4 with 5 runs scored for Carney, 2 RBIs. Grace Boyson 3 for 6 with 4 runs scored. Avery Wisniewski 2 for 6 with 5 RBIs and a run scored. Anna Winnicky 2 for 6 with a double, 2 runs scored. Allie Resevich 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. I don't have honorable mention because I was still putting this show together, maybe just an hour ago, and it's been tough to catch up, and hope you don't mind. There are a lot of great players. Obviously, Kaylee, man, what a week for her. Incredible. I mean, you had Rowley played well. There's just a lot of girls you could shout out, but really it comes down to one girl, and she's been up here a lot this year because she is so good. Player of the week is going to be Sydney Clark. She was 6 for 8 on the week, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 8 RBIs, 4 runs scored, and then on the mound, unbelievable against Red Wings. 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, 17 strikeouts against the Wingers. I had to go with Sydney Clark, and just saying she has been fantastic. Next, we only have one with episode remaining here in 2025, and we will be naming, I know everybody, hold your breath, baby, hold your breath. We will be naming our All Whitney HVL team the most prestigious honor you can have. People, I have heard that people would rather have the All With team than All State. Okay, probably not true, but let's do it next week. Not next week. It won't be next week. It'll be the next episode. I appreciate all the coaches that have helped me compile the regular season stats so I can get working on this and I don't have to wait until the end of the section tournaments. So we will be using the regular season stats for these awards for the team. That won't come out, like I said, that won't come out next week, but probably the week after. I'm guessing maybe June 1st is probably the target date for that release. So I'm giving you the week off to focus on the playoffs, baby. We got sections starting Tuesday, at least in our neck of the woods. I believe it goes Tuesday, Thursday, and then the following week, Tuesday, Thursday, and then hopefully the season 2 finale of With will be that following Sunday, June 1st. Hopefully you'll tune in. We got to get our question of the weekend for Kaylee, right? We got to get our question of the weekend, only because it embarrasses her so much. She doesn't like to be the center of attention, which is unfortunate because she deserves it. She's been incredible for us this year. Fantastic player, but even better girl. Hey, Kaylee, who would you say are your 2 biggest fans? You got to be honest. I know on the left you got Craig Clar and me. On the right you got your parents. Be honest. Even if it hurts your parents' feelings, it's okay, Kaylee. It's okay. Point over there to the one side. Point over. What? What in the HVL are you talking about, Kaylee? How do you not pick Craig and me? How? What in the HVL is she thinking? I don't know. Tony and Jen are pretty cool, too. Pretty cool. Now, I guess if I'm going to finish second, it'll be to the king and queen of TC. So, there's Kaylee's question of the week. Oh, that should do it here. That's all I got for you in episode number 10. I appreciate the heck out of all of you that have tuned in for all the recaps here in the 2025 HVL softball season. I hope you've enjoyed the shows. I know not everybody does, but doing our best here to shine a spotlight on some incredible teams. Appreciate all those that have helped along the way. I will try to give a shout out to all those people on the next episode in the season finale of What in the HVL. I do want to wish all of our HVL teams the best of luck in playoffs. Hopefully we can maybe get a team or two to represent the greatest conference in Minnesota at the state tournament. That would be a lot of fun. Stick around after this episode here for a special video for our class of 2025. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I apologize. But now it's time for playoffs. I need you to lock in. I need you to be ready. I need you to be ready to yell at any moment. What in the HVL just happened there? I hope to catch you guys out at Todd Park, baby. Todd Park in Austin for section play for Class 3A. That's where I'll be. I hope to see you guys there as well. Take care, everybody.
He said, let's get out of this town, drive out of the city, away from the crowds. I thought heaven can't help me now, nothing lasts forever. But this is gonna take me down. He's so tall and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. I can see the end as it begins. My one condition is, say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. I said no one has to know what we do. His hands are in my hair, his clothes are in my room, and his voice is a familiar sound. Nothing lasts forever, but this is getting good now. He's so tall and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. And when we've had our very last kiss, my last request is, say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just pretend. Say you'll remember me